So, do anything interesting this weekend, Sam?
No, not much, I'm afraid, Ralph.
Well, no news is good news, I always say.
I realize that information shills out there have a job to do, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and you're going to keep doing what you're doing. You got a job to do, right? But man, we are past the point of debate on this channel on what's happening and the body of evidence that exists on this channel alone. We are past the point of debate. And it's funny, they are literally going backwards. Now they are posting the same types of things they were back in 2014. And most of them aren't very good at what they do in the first place. But to start over, it just shows how checkmated they are. And you have to watch when you see paranoia, or when you see things framed very paranoid, it's usually one of these people. And they will take your info and twist it and turn it on you and then throw it back onto the web or onto your own channel. Let me give you an example. I just read a comment recently. Now, whether this person meant it this way or not, it's just the way it is. This is what they do, and it's an example of it. He said, I know that you said ferrite magnets protect against RF attacks, but I was wondering blah, 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 blah. All right, see how that's framed? I never said that ferrite magnets protect against RF attacks. I said that ferrite magnets will simply keep your electronics from being overloaded with interference frequencies if they are very heavy in your house due to dirty electricity fields and the pulses that are on the power grid. But do you see how it's framed? They either oversimplify things and make it sound stupid, or they overhype it up and make it sound paranoid and crazy. That's how these people operate. Those are two main tactics. So when you see something that's super paranoid,
I was hearing voices, and then I turned off my Wi-Fi, and now everything's okay.
that's one of these people. Take it somewhere else. Go debate with your mama. Go debate on somebody else's channel, but we are past that point of debate. There's enough evidence here to stand on its own. Before we get into this, I'd like to restate that these are not accidental. These are 100% intentional. They are almost always negative, saying negative things, and never positive reinforcement, and always negative shit. So people are being pelted, 6 to 8, 9 hours a night with negative shit all night long. These are not paranormal in any way. They are man-made pulsed communication. Let's get into the evidence. This clip I called the alien clip because the voices sound like goofy alien voices. So it's going to be quiet. They're going to be chattering in the background, and then it's going to rise up right here, and you're going to hear the alien voice. Here we go. Now let's listen to right here. That was John breathing. And then right after he breathes, the voice comes. That is typical. So here we go. Breath, then the alien voice. Now, you're going to hear him breathe again here. They're always chattering in the background, but you're going to hear him breathe again here with a voice behind it. Then you're going to hear him breathe again here with the same voice behind it. Then you're going to hear the alien again here over the next breath. Now, listen to that. Does the brain process it the same in the ears and in the inner ear while asleep? No, but this is how it's recorded. Let's check it out. Sounds like concentrate. And that's another thing. It is never like a normal human being speaks. It is broken up into syllables. So concentrate. So you have to get used to that when you're listening to it. So that is what I call the alien. Influencing people while they sleep. Now, this is what I call the Star Wars effect. It sounds like when people bang on tension lines with a wrench or another device, and it makes a sound like a laser in Star Wars. Similar to that. You're going to hear a voice within it right here. It's a big pulse. Check it out. Now, do you hear the clicks behind it? Click, click, click. It is following the syllables. 3 syllables, 3 clicks. Now here you're going to hear an artificial female. Check it out. Pulsed communication. You can even see the pulses in the actual wave file. Now you are going to hear the high-pitched clicks and a voice that sounds like a warped voice, speak and spell style, saying danger. It's kind of what it sounds like. But you hear the high-pitched clicks in there. And then another artificial female voice comes in here, and it says one line. Now, of course, John has the artificial tinnitus that he can hear very faintly in a room when it's quiet. And of course, I found a 10,213 hertz signal. It's in his room. It's in all his recordings. Now, this John was having lots of night terrors and lots of stuff all the time, waking up on the hour, all kinds of that kind of shit, right? So this voice here says, we saw your sister. I'm going to show you this. It's like a whisper almost. I'll play your sister. Your sister. We saw your sister. Now here's a different version of that. Your sister. Then here it says committed suicide. Now imagine dreaming that. There's suicide. Suicide. Here is a pulsed click right here. And then you're going to hear, I was in the system. And it's like a mix of a female and a male at the exact same time. Here is the male version underneath the female. So the click, then the male voice. Now these are just audio recorders recording these. No antennas. This is a mechanical vibration creating this. This one is great. It's very quiet, although it's always chattering in the background. It's very quiet, and you can hear one of these pulsed clicks here. After that, a voice is going to say, hey, a very high-pitched voice. Check it out. So this guy is getting chatted to the entire night. As soon as he lays his head down until he wakes up. Now, this is a great example of something that somebody could hear in recording and not think it was anything. You're going to hear like almost sounds like a backwards click here. And then a very low voice that could be mistaken for scratching or rubbing or another noise. Check it out. An average person that does not have experience in this would blow that off as something completely different. But that is a voice. I'm going to show you right now. So here is the same sound adjusted. Let's check it out. So these can be mistaken for sounds in the room to the average person if they don't know what they're listening for, especially the low ones. A lot of it is surface audio. You can clearly hear it, and that can be mistaken for ghosts. That's why they put the paranormal crap out there so heavy around 2004. However, these are not your average sounds. They are voices. And they're all pulses. Now, some of these people have been saying, oh, you're repeating yourself. I have to repeat myself in every video, because if I don't, the same people that say you're repeating yourself will bring up the thing that I didn't say. So I have to reiterate that these are pulse communications, not paranormal, because then these people will show up and go, that could be demons, the same accounts. So here we go. In this clip, you're going to hear what sounds like a artificial female here. Now, the guy's name is John. A voice is going to come in here and say, John is something something. John. So it's personal. Here's a different version. You'll hear the female, and then the voice says, John is something something. That is the male voice underneath. A lot of these voices, if you get into the frequencies, there will be a female version up high and a male octave version down low. So here, a very funny sounding voice comes in here, very loud, and says, out of the quiet, and says, testing. Almost sounds like a bent trumpet or a bent saxophone. And there's the Muppet. The Muppet comes in there. Sounds like an Elmo. Now this is where the slow voice comes in. That sounds like a subliminal hypnotist almost, right? Check it out. It's quiet before that, and then it jumps up. Now you can hear the pulses forming that voice. That is an artificial voice. Now in this one, the voice comes in and it says, hey. Then a high-pitched voice comes in here and sends the message. Don't let anybody try to fool you. This is not an accident. This is intentional. Now you're going to hear a garbled voice here, and then what I call the walkie-talkie voice. And then a voice comes in here. Right there, it says, we have to whisper. We have to whisper. It's not normal human inflection. We have to whisper. Even the good ones have a speak and spell quality to them when you hear the raw recording of the mechanical vibration. Now, this one was especially hilarious to me. I'm going to play you two versions of this. It's a voice that comes in and says, they both have the same dreams, as though it's coincidence. They both have the same dreams. Now here's another version of that. Here's same dreams. They both have the same dreams. And the final clip, a voice comes in here and says, all the way, in a artificial female voice, right here. It's quiet and it just jumps up. Check it out. It's like a whisper. Let's check out another version of that. All the way. And here's a slowed down version of that so you can hear each syllable. All the way. People are being affected by this. It is everywhere. In a lot of people's cases, it is arguing with them all night. Be aware of it. So this has been part 2 in the MK Sleep Project, and that's it for now. Look out for Charlie.
Here, let me give you a hand. See you tomorrow, Ralph.